morning, students. I hope you are all following the videos what we are sending subject wise. Almost some important subjects like biology, physics, chemistry, mathematics, even history, civics are covering through this online videos. You must and should go through these videos compulsorily, and whatever the work the teachers are giving, especially the biology, physics, chemistry, mathematics, what the works they are giving, you must follow that and complete the work on time and send those pics to your subject teachers compulsorily. Especially the biology, you send the homework what you have done in that home through the pics to my personal number, okay, the biology homework, okay. And now, as we are all discussing about the animal tissues, in that context we have completely discussed about the epithelial tissue and some of the part of the connective tissue, that is like areolar tissue, loose connective tissue, because the connective tissue has been classified into three types, that is loose connective tissue and dense connective tissue as well as the fluid connective tissue. So, loose connective tissue we have discussed already. It is furtherly divided into or classified into four types, that is areolar tissue, ligament, the white fibers, ligament, the yellow fibers, and the tendons, the white fibers, as well as the adipose tissue. In addition to these four, another one, the reticular tissue also comes under the category of loose connective tissue. And today we are going to discuss, that means I am going to explain you about the dense connective tissue as well as another type of the connective tissue, that is a fluid connective tissue. First of all, let us discuss about the dense connective tissue. Dense connective tissue. Dense connective tissue, as I told you yesterday about this dense connective tissue, means it is not loosely arranged. All the cells that are presented in this tissue are compactly arranged, compactly, without leaving any kind of intercellular spaces. So these are very much stronger and very hard and rigid, this dense connective tissue. So it's also, it is as this dense connective tissue is associated with the skeletal system of the body. Skeletal system, where the system which gives the shape and structure to the human body, that to that skeletal system this dense connective tissue is associated. So the dense connective tissue is also called as skeletal tissue. Dense connective tissue is also called as skeletal tissue. So in this skeletal tissue, there are two components are presented, and these two components are work together, complementary to each other, work together and complete the skeletal tissue is useful for the body. And those components are cartilage, the bone. So cartilage and bone, these two are the components for the skeletal tissue. First of all, let us learn about the cartilage. See, once you touch your nose, tip of the nose, you can make bending of the tip of the nose as well as external ear, where you are seeing here external ear, this is also can be bent. It means that it is not completely made up of bone, where which is very much harder, and these tip of the nose as well as the ear pinna and also at the lining of the trachea, these are all completely composed of cartilage. Cartilage is a dense connective tissue which is having the flexibility, So because of this flexibility, we can twist this cartilage. It is easy to bend but not easy to break the cartilage. And there is a protein called as chondron is presented in the cartilage, so it is having such a flexibility. And the cells which are present in the cartilage are called as chondrocytes, and these are presented in the dense matrix of the tissue is called as lacunae. The plural form is lacunae, singular form is lacuna. So in this lacuna, the cells are, this is the lacuna, and the cells are presented not individually, these are presented jointly like this. These are called chondrocytes, and these present in the cartilage. These are the cells. Cells of the cartilage are chondrocytes, and this matrix is containing a protein called as chondron. And there are three types of cartilage. And hyaline cartilage, there are three types of cartilage are presented. Hyaline cartilage, fibrous cartilage, and calcified cartilage. Hyaline cartilage, fibrous cartilage, and calcified cartilage. These are the three types of cartilage we can find in the body. And this hyaline cartilage is presented at the tip of the nose, as well as I think you might be learned respiratory system. It has the long tube-like structure is called as trachea, where it is taking the air to the lungs. So this is the trachea. This trachea is lined with this shaded material, shaded part. You can see this one. This trachea is lined with C-shaped rings. This trachea is lined with C-shaped rings which protect from three sides of the trachea, and back side trachea is protected by vertebral column. Lateral sides and the front side, the trachea is protected by C-shaped cartilaginous rings. C-shaped cartilaginous rings. C-shaped cartilaginous rings. Okay, this cartilaginous rings and the cartilage that is presented in the tip of the nose, these are all formed by hyaline cartilage. And whereas the cartilage that is presented in the ear pinna, it is fibrous cartilage. And in the skeletal system, you might be seen a plate-like structure will be presented here. This is called as scapula. A plate-like structure is presented from the collarbone. This is the collarbone. And from the collarbone to a plate-like structure will be growing, and this plate-like structure is called as scapula. And this type of plate-like structure is common for every animal which is vertebrate. Vertebrate means the animals which are having the vertebral column in their body. Okay, the backbone. So either side of this vertebral column, behind the body, behind this collarbone, these two plates will be presented. The right side as well as the left side. Two bony plates will be presented. These are called as scapula, and this scapula is composed of calcified cartilage. Calcified cartilage. Okay, cartilage is a dense connective tissue, but having the flexibility. So it is easy to bend the cartilage, but not easy to break the cartilage. Okay, and let us learn about the bone next. Bone is a dense connective tissue which is made up of calcium phosphate, calcium aluminate, calcium silicate. These are the materials that are make the bone to be very much stronger. Bone to be very much stronger. And we know that already we know that we have the 206 bones are presented in our body. And the detail about the bones we will discuss. How these are presented in our body, that we will discuss in the coming lessons. Okay. There are 206 bones are presented. The bone is composed of calcium. Mostly the presenting material is calcium, that is calcium aluminate, calcium silicate, calcium phosphate, calcium oxalate, whatever the composition of the calcium. This material is presented in the bones as well as the teeth. That's why bones are very much stronger. They give shape and structure to the body. The internal structure of the bone, when you go learning about the internal structure of the bone, it has the longitudinal canals. The bones are having the longitudinal canals. These longitudinal canals are called as Haversian canals. The longitudinal canals are called as Haversian canals. And around these longitudinal canals, there are the cells which are presented around these Haversian canals. These cells are called as osteocytes. The cells are called as osteocytes. The cells that are present in the bones are called as osteocytes, which are presented around these Haversian canals. And these cells are presented in a matrix of the bone is called as lamella. The matrix which is presented around the cells or around this what is that, Haversian canals is called as a lamella. And this total, the outer coverage of the bone, if you take the bone, outer coverage of the bone, if you take the long bone like this, the outer coverage of the bone is covered by a thin layer. This layer is called as periosteum. The outer layer of the bone is covered by thin layer, that is called as periosteum. And inside the bone, there is a large space is presented, especially the long bones or the large matured bones. You might be finding a hollow space will be presented here. It is a cavity-like structure, and this hollow cavity is called as marrow cavity. This hollow cavity is called as marrow cavity, and this marrow cavity is filled with a material. A proteinaceous material is presented here. This is called bone marrow. And the function of the bone marrow is production of RBC, red blood corpuscles, white blood corpuscles, platelets, all the blood cells. are produced from bone marrow. That is the major function of the bone marrow. All the blood cells, red blood cells, white blood cells, platelets, all the blood cells are formed by the, produced by the bone marrow, and bone marrow is presented, it is filled in the marrow cavity of the bone. The bone is which is matured and large bone, long bones, not the short bones. Okay, and this is about the bone as well as the cartilage, dense connective tissue. And let us move to the another type of the tissue, that is a fluid connective tissue.